You lot really want to do the Baller League talk, don't you? That's what you lot want to talk about. I spoke about it on the episode of the podcast, on the episode of Family Ties that went out today. So you can go listen to that on Spotify if you want. Or I think it's going on YouTube. Is it on YouTube already? Let me see. You get a new Family Ties episode is out on YouTube right now. It's an hour 20 long or hour 17. Biggest robbery I've seen on football. Okay, do you know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Let me load up everything. First of all, we're going to watch the ending. And then we'll go back and analyze, and I'll talk about my feelings about what happened. Let's do the highlights, then we'll focus on the ending. Here we have it. It's the last game week of Baller League before the Final Four, match day 11. Vision FC versus Santan. Whoever wins this game goes through to the Final Four. Yeah? That's what's on the line, the Final Four. If neither side wins the game, then SDS, who have already won their game, go through to the Final Four. Because a draw is not enough for either side. Both sides need a win. Yeah? So let's watch the game first. Hope that's not too loud for you lot. So Santan FC, managed by Dave, against Vision FC, managed by yours truly.
Whoever wins this game qualifies for the
there you go. They're running through it again. Good spirits between the team.
If there's a draw, SDS go through on goal difference.
You're just going to hear a loud cheer in the crowd, and it's just going to be Shark and his teammates.
Here we go.
Bouncing off the walls.
I think we started off quite well.
Oh, that's very good.
Got to hit the target there, man. Got to hit the target there. But a positive start, couple minutes in. Then it was quite a cagey affair between both sides. We end up going to the game change. I mean, going through the first 12 minutes with no goals. We got our first penalty. 36 seconds into the game changer. Flo tucking it away, putting us 1-0 up. Shushing the SDS lot on the side. Then again, cagey affair. They finally work a bit of space. It's a good shot. Maybe Montel switched off a little bit. Gave him too much space, allowed him to get a shot off. Pulled him back into the game. But there's a lot of people saying, one thing I'll say is a lot of people are saying, like for two sides who needed a win, they were a bit defensive. And that's because in Baller League, yeah, once you go behind, if you attack, if you start pushing too much for a goal, you get ripped apart. That's why the game was so cagey throughout the whole time. Anyway, Santan with a penalty here with 5 minutes to go. Albie Sheehan, who's already scored, steps up. Drags it wide. SDS loving this. This is what they need at this moment in time. And here we go. A minute left to go. Albie Sheehan through, plays it across. Look at my boy DeMello clearing off the line. So why have they stopped the timer there then? Because there's no foul there. Why have they stopped the timer there? They're meant to stop the timer only if there's been a penalty. And by penalty, I mean the referee's blown the whistle and said something's happened. Okay. We'll forget that. This, I don't think this is a penalty. A lot of people said it is a penalty. I don't think this is a penalty watching in real time. When you watch it in slow-mo, it just looks like an elbow in the back. Anywhere else on the pitch, they don't give this as a foul. Look, it's a strong arm. He throws himself. It's not a penalty. It's actually not a penalty. This is not enough for him to fly like that. That's actually not a pen, looking at it now. When I watched it live, I was thinking, oh, maybe they got a shout there. This... Look, he's thrown himself. He's actually thrown himself. Actually watch it. That is not enough for him to fly the way he does. I know, you've seen him play. That's a strong guy. Chance here for Eric. Big save. Could he have squared it? Could he have done better? Why has that gone blurry? What's going on? Anyway, they don't give a pen for that, whatever. It's all good. Like, I wouldn't have complained I would have thought it was soft if they gave it, but I would have seen why at the same time. They said no foul. 30 seconds left on the clock. Now 15 seconds left even. There's a foul here. Whistle blows there. Whistle blows at 52. There's the whistle being blown there, 52. Timer stops, 53. And it's not reset back.
There's only 7 seconds left in the game.
It's not reset back to 52. So there should be 8 seconds left in the game right now. If we're trying to be meticulous with the timer, there should be 8 seconds left. Whistle's gone, timer's gone. Saved. Timer's hit 30 before he struck the ball. Timer's on 30. Hasn't struck the ball. Buzzer hasn't gone. Buzzer's gone after he struck the ball. Mark Clattenburg is just putting, if I hide the chat, he's only just putting the whistle to his lips now. He's only just putting the whistle to his lips now. Does he even blow the whistle? Hasn't even blown the whistle yet. Hasn't blown the whistle. Everyone's celebrating. I've lost my microphone. And then you know what happens next. So, what I have been told is that because the clock has expired, as in because the clock has hit 30 minutes before Eric has struck that ball, the goal doesn't count. That's what they've said to me. The referee said that he disallowed the goal initially because he wasn't sure, and then he went to check. But he hasn't disallowed the goal there at all. The goal's counted. He hasn't made a decision at all yet. And then he's gone over to check afterwards. Now, what is the job of the referee? Actually, sorry. Before I go through all this, I want to say congratulations to everyone who made the top 4. I want to say congratulations to SDS because I genuinely do think they deserved it, especially after everything they went through at the start. And, you know, the struggle they overcome to end up in this position, the run they went on, beating some serious teams to get into that position is commendable. So, yeah, my respect and my congratulations to you and the rest of the teams that made the final 4. I think all the teams in the top 4 deserve to be there. I think if we had made the top 4 as Vision FC, I wouldn't say on performances we deserve to be there. I wouldn't say so. But in terms of doing what you need to do, if you're up there, you're up there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, going back to this. What is the job of the referee? The job of the referee is to enforce or uphold the rules of the game, the laws of the game, right? Now, people's first complaint about this, which I disagree with, is that Santana have already used their challenge and so the referee shouldn't go and check it. And that was my initial thought. I was like, why are they checking it? They've already used their challenge. They've never done that with any other decision in Baller League. Their response to me, which I agree with and I understand, is that with any buzzer beater scenario, they would go and check that the strike was legal and occurred before the buzzer. Otherwise, they look bad, right? That's what they said to me. I said, okay, cool. I understand that. But then when you go and look at the replay, the strike has occurred before the buzzer because the buzzer and the clock aren't in sync. The players don't have the time to look at the clock. They're not looking at the clock. They're playing to what they can hear and what they can see. And usually when the buzzer goes, or usually when the time expires, the buzzer goes and the lights are off, so you know the game's over, yeah? The buzzer doesn't go, the lights don't change. The only thing that's happened is the clock has expired. Now, if I go to the Baller League rulebook, it states, and I'll bring it up on screen for you lot to see, as long as the ball has left the player's foot, attacker or defender, before the whistle blows, a potential goal counts. Now, here's where there is some debate, because they're saying we don't use the whistle, we use the buzzer. In that case, your rulebook is flawed because everyone plays to the buzzer. You don't blow the whistle at the end of the game. You don't blow the whistle at the end of a game. So this should be substituted for buzzer or whatever signal signifies a break in play or the end of the game, right? On top of that, there is no thing in here that says that it's when the clock hits 30. It's when the buzzer goes. Yeah? It's when the buzzer goes, or when the whistle goes here, which I'm substituting for buzzer for this scenario. But when the whistle goes, that is when things are done. It's not when the timer hits 30. Now, if the referee's job is to uphold these laws, then when he goes and checks this decision, he shouldn't be looking at when the timer stops. He should be looking to see if the whistle or whatever signal it is has happened before the ball has left his foot. So he's looking at the wrong thing. Hence why I feel we're hard done by. That's why I feel we're hard done by in this situation. Another reason I could say I feel we're hard done by in this situation is the fact that if we are going to be strict with the timer and say it has to be when the timer hits this time, then you have to be consistent with the timer the whole way through, and they are not. The first example of this, or the first example that I'm going to use of this, is here. A minute and a half, roughly a minute and a half before the end of the game. Watch this. So we're in play, the clock's ticking, everything's fine. There's a foul here. The foul's happened at 28:31. Yeah, 28:31. Pay attention to when the fouls happen. 28:31. Whistle's blown there. The whistle's blown 28:32. Yeah? A second after the foul, the whistle's blown. That's fine. Human reaction time. Watch the clock. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it's even worse than I thought, you lot. It's even worse than I thought. It's actually even worse than I thought. Because why is that skipped? Why is that second gone so fast? I've just seen that now. I've actually just seen that now, and my blood is boiling a little bit. 32, 33, 34. Okay, forget the fact that the second's gone so fast. Forget the fact that the second has gone so fast, yeah? The whistle's blown at 32, the clock stopped at 34. Normally in this scenario, they pull the clock back to where it should have actually been stopped. They don't do that. It stays at 28:34. So we've lost how many seconds so far? In just the last minute and a half. In just the last minute and a half, we've lost 2 seconds. Okay? From when the whistle blows. From when the whistle blows. I'm not going to take the first seconds. We lost 2 seconds from just the last minute and a half. Yeah? Let's see how quickly it changes to 35, because I actually don't know. Okay, so normal second from there. So 2 seconds lost so far. Yeah? Let's skip forward to here. The clock's been going this whole time. Everything's fine. Fantastic clearance. We're going. We're fine. We're still fine. They've done a check here. All good, all good, all good. Could be a penalty. They've decided not. I'm not mad at either. Oh, Lansbury, that pass has got to be better there. There we go. Foul. Whistle goes there. Whistle's gone on 52, not 53. There it is. The whistle's gone now. 52. Clock stops. 53. We never get that second back. That's 3 seconds gone. 3 seconds gone. We never get that second back. Yeah? Fast forward. Free kicks taken. From this moment here, Dominivos. Touch. Shot. Caught. That's it. That's game over. Oh, no. Now the buzzer's gone. The buzzer's gone now. The ball's been struck. The clock hit 30 before the buzzer went, but 3 seconds we haven't got back just from the last minute and a half. 3 seconds. You factor those 3 seconds in, that goal counts, everything's done. You factor those 3 seconds in, that goal counts, everything is done. They don't do that. My point being, if you're going to be meticulous with the time at the end, you need to be meticulous with the time the whole way through, because otherwise it's not a fair game. It's not a fair game. But then let's go back again, because why has that seconds skip so fast? Please tell me. Here we go. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's actually so painful to watch back. Go to 2750 and watch the foul timer then. All right, let's go 2750. Where's that? This is what I was saying earlier. When I said they stopped when the ball went out of play before.
Who's got the ball?
Where does the ball go out of play here? What? It's gone out of play. 38. Yeah? The clock's going. Still out of play. They pick and choose when to stop it. They pick and choose when to stop it. 14 seconds. It's gone out of play there. It's still going. And it's jumped again there. It's jumped again there. Why is the timer jumped again there? Why is the timer jumped again there? Why is the timer jumped again there? Guys, I already put in an appeal, but not so much because I want the result to be overturned, because like I said, I don't think we deserve to be in the final four based off of all our performances. I think the shift that they put in on this night, my team, I think the shift we put in on this night was very, very admirable. But at the end of the day, we had chances and we didn't take them, and that's on us. But I'm just frustrated for these boys that they gave their all till literally the very last second. And because of, I don't know what you want to call it, refereeing mistakes or production errors or inconsistencies in the rules or ambiguity in the rules, because of that stuff, they have now missed out. We had 10 weeks before to kill the thing, and I've been saying to my team the whole time, like, listen, you need to take your chances, otherwise they're going to come back and bite you in the ass. And that's on us for not making the final four. But what I don't want is I don't want a repeat of this for anyone in the league. Anyone. It's not about my team. And the reason I say for anyone in the league is because this means so much more to these players on the pitch than it does to the managers. People watching from the outside might look and they see me and Simon and Ginge and Sharky and they go, oh, it's a bit gimmicky, like rah, rah, rah. These lot on the pitch, a lot of them play semi-pro as well as doing baller league. That means you're playing football 5 times a week. You're giving your whole life and time and energy to this sport. And it's big time for them. A lot of these people are people that haven't had the right breakthrough or the right opportunities, or they've gone through injuries and whatnot. And this is a chance for them to it's like a redemption opportunity for them. And I didn't understand that before I started Baller League. I didn't understand how big of a deal it was going to be for each of these players. I was just going to turn up, do my obligations and cut, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because you lot know, like, Sideman's schedule goes crazy. We got a lot of shit on our hands, on our minds already, and this is just another thing. However, when I did the first week and I saw how much it meant to them, and I saw how invested people were both inside and outside the Baller League camps, I was like, okay, cool. This is something I'm invested in now, and I want to do this for them lot. I want them to have a great experience. I want them to have the opportunity to shine. Do you get what I'm saying? So me saying this stuff isn't because I want them to go, oh, do you know what? Yes, we were wrong. Let's put Vision in the final. Let's put Vision at the O2. I don't want that. I want them to just admit that they went wrong here. They messed up. They fucked up. So it doesn't happen again. Because when there's no accountability, then there's no change. If I'm telling you I did nothing wrong, then the next time the same thing happens, I'm going to run with that same story. Yeah, I did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? The anger needs to go towards the league owners, not the SDS. Yeah, it's not run very well. It's not been done very well in this instance. There's a lot of managers that have had grievances with how things have been operated or refereeing decisions or whatnot. And me personally, I've had my own individual grievances, but I kept that to myself. I've spoken to them about what I feel could be done better and what needs to improve. But I have never publicly slated Baller League. Even when the whole thing was happening with Ginge and Simon and Sharky before and Micah Richards or whatever, I still turned up for my team. Do you know what I mean? I did that for them. Not for anyone else, not for me. Doesn't affect me. I did that for them. So for this situation to occur and for them to have their hearts broken in that manner, I just don't want that to happen again, which is the only reason I'm saying this stuff. People shouldn't be targeting SDS or whoever and saying, you know, rigged, whatever. Because I don't think it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged. But there's clear errors that have occurred that have led to this at the end of the day. So I just want people to admit their errors. The same way I admit that we should have been better for the last 10 weeks. And we haven't been. We haven't been good enough. Toby, I love you a lot, but if you slow it down, you hear the audio of the siren right as he kicks the ball. No, what you hear is you hear a gasp, then you hear the siren afterwards. Because I checked that as well. I wanted to make sure. And they've checked that as well because they said, it's human error on the buzzer. Like, it should have happened a second before. They said it's human error. Yeah, that's what they said to me.
From this moment here, Dominivos, touch, shot. That's it. That's game over. Oh no. Shot.
I'm going to try to pause it right as soon as I hear the thing.
That's game over. Oh no.
Slow it down more. I paused it as soon as I heard the buzzer. I shut my eyes there. But there's obviously a little reaction time. So let's slow it down. Yeah, do you see that? Listen. The buzzer's gone now. The buzzer's gone right now. The ball left his foot after the buzzer was gone. Do you not hear that? It's already left his foot. Look, the ball's here. That's a blended frame. The ball's here. It's already... Look where the ball is. Look where his foot is. And the buzzer's just gone. The ball left his foot before. Okay, cool. There you go. Let's count with me. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 50. You see that, Simon? It's already on 58. We skipped a second. Did you see how quickly it jumped? Look how quick it jumps to 58. Yeah, it stays on 58 because they've now stopped the clock. But so we've lost a second. Then Simon, again it happens. 32, 33. So what I'm getting that it looks like when they pause it, it just jumps to the next second. So every time they stop the game, you lose a second, which means they should reset it every time they stop the game. Yeah, man. Listen, the point I'm making is they cheaped out on the production. The production is not the one. And it's costing people big games, you know what I'm saying? These technical problems happen in every game, not just yours. Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a I've never said it's a conspiracy against Vision or it's a conspiracy in favor of SDS. I've never said that. But what I'm saying is poor production and poor officiating has led to a controversial moment that actually just should have been a sick football moment. This is the only time that the shot clock has really mattered in the whole 11 weeks that's happened so far. But like I said, my best wishes to all the teams in the Final Four. They all genuinely, I'm not just saying this, I'm not trying to deem Mr. Nice Guy or whatever you lot want to say. They all genuinely deserve to be there. Depot Trio, phenomenal from day one. A couple off performances, but phenomenal from day one. MVP's a bit shaky in the middle, but overall a very, very strong, solid team. They deserve to be there. Manager's a serious guy, lovely guy. United, obviously, Ginge and his coach have been superb the whole time. Their team has probably been the most consistent out of all the teams, if I'm being completely honest with you. And then, obviously, SDS, they had their difficult start redemption arc, pulled in a run of good form, had some good results go their way. They all deserve to be there, for sure. For sure. So best of luck to them. I'm not saying like start beefing anyone because it's not on them at the end of the day. It's not on them at the end of the day.